everybody, my name is Markiplier.
Wow, look at this. Literally, not even, but I'm saying it just like I think 2.5 quarters away. Like, bro, I would not believe how much work I've done without you guys, but you guys are a real clutch cleaner. So all I'm saying is, welcome, guys. It's me, the one and only idiot y'all know and love. All I'm saying is that today is a little bit of a game changer because that BO6 just released. The only thing I'm gonna give really is my commentary because I don't think I was even prepared for this video yet. But all I'm saying is that pretty much it's been a solid, week for me. I mean, except for college because the fact that is just prison cells in the lock. But all I'm saying is to y'all is that I thank y'all so much for just hitting the subscribe button and also getting to watch my videos back and forth. I could not enjoy that anymore than I need to. You guys are the best, and I hope you guys continue to be as we grow forward. And I'm gonna leave you guys to the video now. I hope you guys enjoy and please continue to do so. See you guys in a little bit. Sorry guys, I had to put a party in. Look at this title screen. It requires restart. Oh my god, bro! I'm actually like wavering around in my seat right now. I'm actually freaking excited for this absolute process of a machine. Look at this. So getting into the game, I immediately am already excited and happy for this release of Black Ops 6, which they give you like a whole tutorial to understand how the game will function and functionality of work, which is honestly pretty cool, and it honestly gets it very excited for all types of COD players to be able to join in and play. And also, another thing I will put out there, just to give a grave example of how the game works, basically you got a whole lot of weapons and stuff to choose from. Of course, it's like any normal COD would, but genuinely, you have stuff such as, a automatic mounting display, you have a whole entire hostage capture for executions, and you even have, of course, the OG score streaks along with the other stuff as well, I would say, as for Black Ops 6. You have also a lot of unique abilities that I'll show you guys deep within this gameplay that I'm going to show you guys real quick, is that you have a training course going in, which it will take you to this random area that kind of like shows you if you want to start the training course and kind of like get into it. So it puts you in for protocol, puts you in as this random operator, as you can see on my screen right here, and kind of glitches out from time to time, but that's okay. It's a beta, it's just getting started, which is pretty much a whole display of it. Now you can see in the training course that I'm immediately already just moving around, kind of witnessing how I move. That's the tactical sprint, by the way. The tactical sprint is just another thing with ARs where they kind of switched it up and kind of switched up the way how the movement moves out, by the way. As you can see that I'm literally doing in front of you. So, and I am moving over to the Omni movement area where I kind of have to go ahead and kind of do this little like movement tracking real quick, kind of like moving like up, down, left, right kind of movement, because you can move literally back and forward while sprinting, and even like left and right while sprinting, which is actually kind of cool. It gives us a little free roaming movement, and we get to learn how to kind of like move around with our surroundings a little bit and kind of like to kind of get used to the whole game, kind of where you kind of like just do this whole sliding technique thing, which took me a little bit to learn, but I kind of got used to it. Which the diving part is especially what helps you along the game, kind of like experience the whole thing.
So I'm just going through the tutorial with you guys just so you guys can kind of like see how the game moves and how they want you to prioritize. Which you could do this little kind of back like thing if you want to kind of do that as well to kind of help your movement, but it's not needed. Then you get to the 180 combat dive drill, which honestly, in my opinion, is kind of very sick. So you kind of just go around, shoot the opponent, which it shows you in there, and then you just turn around, bam, just switching into action, which is very cool in my opinion. I like that. It's a very awesome technique that kind of helps the game out severely. And now we get into combat supine drill. I don't know how to say that. I'm retarded. But but anyways, that you kind of like shoot the enemies here and kind of like get a whole surrounding of your area, kind of like do the movement here. It took me a while to learn because I'm kind of a stupid head right here. So I kind of like do that, switch my surroundings, kind of get used to the whole thing, how it works. So I see a guy up there, which kind of gives me a clue what I'm doing. So then I start to do this. I shoot the guy where I was supposed to shoot right there, shoot that guy next, and then shoot the guy on my right. Which I kind of learned from my strategies right here. And then I see more guys popping up right there, which kind of completes my combat training, kind of, for surrounding and everything. Which I kind of learned quickly because is that it's Rainbow Six Siege type shit, where you kind of like get used to that. And the next thing I'm about to show you, which is going to be incredibly sick for y'all, that you got literally love the most, which is you go up this zip line, you go around to this little area where it kind of seems a Discord notification had to pop up at this time. I'm sorry. So combat slide and dive drill, which immediately you just open the door, kind of like split second, kind of look at your surroundings and kind of shoot people from those sides, which is pretty cool. And then you go around. I switch to that one, then switch to the other guy, which completes my steps for Omni movement, and which is honestly pretty cool. Omni movement has literally the best way to help you surround yourself into a very Rainbow Six Siege type way, and which I was pretty happy about. So I go back and kind of check my friends list because I kind of want to see who's on at the moment. So then I'm like, nobody's on. I guess I'll play it by myself, which completes my tutorial. And the other part is that that's not even the rest of the things that they're gonna have for you. Of course, you start as level 1 like any other Call of Duty would be. You go in to find a match, which I'll do in a second here, because I'm just checking through, trying to check my settings, see if I have anything different. And of course, that literally FOV is in the game, which kind of helps out my scenario, because I just, like, I mean, if you know me, I kind of have to put my shit to 110 just in case I'm playing on PC. But another thing that I had to say was, this game was an improvement. Like, it's an improvement by the slightest. And by the way, we couldn't play zombies or single player, so it kind of sucked at the meantime for me just to play multiplayer 24/7. And of course, there's this fucking whole entire code of conduct shit. And you had Core Mosh Pit, which will give you 3 maps and 3 game modes: Team Deathmatch, Hardpoint, and Domination. Which, yet again, are the 3 game modes of literally storming. And you kind of go into this, and I was kind of new to this. I was kind of like just checking my surroundings, kind of like doing the whole situation awareness thing. But let me put it back into real time for you so you can kind of see what I mean real quick. So then, as you can see, that I'm loading into the game. I'm kind of like very skeptical about it. I'm also very happy that I got to get to play the game and kind of load into a match, which kind of gives me a great start to the whole entire game. Which also, I'm playing on PlayStation. That's why my mic sounds a little bit finicky. I can tell by the way it is. And I started looking in game chat because I wanted to check out the whole game setup will work in game chat because I thought it'd be a little bit more intoxicated than usual. So apparently it was not. It was just the same old fun. But I went back in. You can see that we got Skyline. We got the new map that supposedly our first game of playing is right now. This is gonna be first gameplay. I'm gonna show you guys more gameplay as it goes, but for right now, it's gonna be a bit, like I don't know. It's gonna be a bit tough. But all I'm saying is this was recorded during like some weird time, so it was not as like best recorded. So all I'm saying. But then we head into this game mode. You can see me rambling, by the way, on the bottom. So all I'm gonna say is that this whole entire time of me just going through Skyline, you can see how the map layout looks like, and especially how the whole game mode is gonna look like. You can see how people already have the loadouts in. So of course, me trying to choose my loadout because me, I'm a cheap bitch. So this gun is actually a burst, by the way, if you guys are wondering what this is. That I think it was a burst, I think. But apparently this gun is the first gun I used because it reminded me of the Krig from freaking Black Ops Cold War. So I started playing the game how it usually is played out and got a kill because of it. So far that worked exactly how the way everything was going to plan. So then I decided to do was I decided to go ahead and kind of like scope around like a regular recon would do, like a kind of scope around, situate the scenario I'm in, and kind of get used to the whole mapping. So I kind of look that way, kind of covers back a little bit, and then so far the game just went smoothly. Everything was just so freaking good, especially the sliding techniques and everything. It just felt so much like God. So that's where I died because I was trying to throw a grenade down there. But so far someone could have spotted me before I went up there. So then I try out the new SMG called the Jackal PDW, by the way, because they named the gun after the gun from Black Ops 2, which actually really just seems unlikely, but it's really looking good. So you see I die a couple times from it because I'm not the best with this weapon that everybody's using. And so I suddenly get a kill with it, and then I just die right there. There was a couple times I did die in this scenario, so just please deal with me here, because this was a whole entire new gameplay that I wanted to check out. So I got a kill from that, which honestly just gave me some time to have some surrounding checking scenario. So then, the whole time, just me trying to figure out the map. This is the first game layout moment, so... so most of these games are going to be me dying, because most of these games are going to be more just sufficient on, per se, just random gameplay. So of course I get my first double kill, which gives me a certain score streak called the Scout Pulse, which literally is just a pulse just giving out people's locations, kind of giving out that layout. As you can see, I can see people on the mini map, but people can't. And apparently that this is going to be one of those games where I kind of like don't care if I get killed or anything like that. And this is how you hold an SMG, not SMG, LMG in the game. I'm a retard, Jesus Christ. But I go through, and pretty much this whole entire process with the LMG does not go according to plan, because of course the LMG is kind of not my favorite part of the slot. So then I realized there's a type of weapon that almost looks like the Commando, which is also the XM4. So I try an instant kill that I get from there, kind of realizing the moment, and which this whole game mode was kind of clean. I mean, the water mechanic I still am not used to yet, so it's kind of getting used to. And so I'm just kind of like getting used to the whole entire gun layouts and kind of like situating them from there. And this is like the whole gameplay, basically. It's just like people running around, kind of like witnessing the moments and kind of like getting used to the layouts. So I kind of kill someone here, then I go for this guy, which stimmed, by the way, because there are stims, and apparently this guy seems to have some. So then eventually I realize that I have to try to kind of like see my way through the thing, and I noticed that that grenade I threw was like a whole entire Semtex or something, I believe. And so I start shooting this guy, and of course I get an assist elimination from that. There's eliminations in this game. It's not kills, but it's eliminations. It's almost reminding you of Cold War, but a little bit more of a switch to it. So then, me kind of configuring out the map, how the layout of the map works, then kind of like trying to see if I can test the range on the guns, because range does count, right? That's an SMG, so it's gonna go for like middle range and close range. So I'm trying to test like the limits of where bullet drop goes, because that's kind of where my lead goes in. So I throw a thermite, and of course it doesn't kill anybody, and of course I'm kind of in this mixed scenario right here where I'm kind of flopping. I gotta get my steps up, and of course someone comes from behind and slaps me and gives me the good old freaking Gojo's slappy special. And of course I get a kill right there because, you know, easy kills. Of course it's like the first ever thing right here. My brother comes in this scenario because of course he just bothers me in the middle of this shit, and he just starts, you know, bothering me because of it, because he wants the game too. I give him the game, by the way, because I gave him Vault Edition. So kind of like, you know, the whole scenario from there is kind of like, yeah. But basically, then after all this was going on, that I started trying to get kills, but my brother was distracting me hardcore,
Bro, I'm making a video and you're doing this to me. Why?
as you guys can hear.
No. Let me play and let me make a video, please. Just let me make a video. Without you.
And as soon as my brother leaves the room, I start to go ahead and kind of like go through my scenario. And all this right here, I was kind of like going through. My brother's a Warzone maniac, so he'll probably be used to this.
I hate you. I hate you.
But, and of course that the whole scenario is just me kind of laying it out. But you guys can see how I'm putting this in. And then we got this part where I'm kind of like getting used to the map layout. As I said, it's a lot of gameplay and action, so if you guys could bear with me here. And as well as for this scenario, I throw a grenade, doesn't seem to work, and so I try to move to the mounted evasive, which then they eventually move to the other side of the corner. And I forgot to say, this is team deathmatch that I'm doing, so of course everything's going to be kind of like out there. People are going to be in spawns, people are going to kind of like get the whole scenario layouts, and we got me over here kind of, you know, getting through the scenario a little bit. And in Team Deathmatch, I will say it right now, Team Deathmatch is kind of like the main thing where you gotta kind of help your team out, get points, kind of give them a whole advantage to the point, which eventually that I try to figure out how to use the squat mechanic, which yet again did not work out. So then I placed down the field upgrade. This one is just like the other ones with the munitions box. It's the same thing. You gain ammo, you gain stuff back, and basically kind of gives you a little bit of a comeback to the game. Which eventually I get a double kill right there. I'm kind of getting the map layout a little bit. Like, this took me a little bit of a while to get the map layout, because it's like there's a one area where you kind of like enter through, and then there's another area where you kind of like sit in a corner, which gives the other players a kind of an advantage. So then me over here, of course, kind of like doing the whole layout movement over here, throwing a thermite grenade that explodes, and pretty much just going through it. I try going down underneath, but you get a nice good floppy body image right there. So all I'm saying is it's gonna be a little bit of a commentary video. I'm not gonna give all the gaming clips of my perspective. I might make this 2 parts depending on what it is, but it'll probably be different clips and scenarios. So if you guys want those clips, just let me know. I'll put them down and you guys watch. So of course I'm over here kind of like getting the whole entire layout where I'm kind of like seeing the scenario, but then I noticed it was too late because people already got to 100 before our team did. So then I started to go ahead and realize there's also this thing called Best Play, which you guys probably already know where that came from. Good old Cold War. Best Play is literally the definition of like just the best plays are like, how can I say it? Even though you did something cool and you want it to be in there, there's 100% of the time where they won't give it to you because best plays are kind of stingy with their shit. But then you got also this Black Ops 3 type screen where you can kind of emote and stuff like that in the middle of the screen, which is pretty cool because it gives you the good old Black Ops 3 type style real quick, which actually is very interesting. But really for my first game, it was kind of okay. I kind of like lived it. I kind of had fun with it. So it was pretty good. I loved it. And it was every part of it, I kind of just enjoyed it. And that's all it for the first video of Black Ops 6 gameplay. If you guys want to see more of it, I will definitely post more of it for you guys to see. But if you guys really want to see all that, then just let me know. But this was pretty fun for me. I enjoyed it a lot. If you guys want to see more of it, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.